What's up, guys? It's Joe, Passion Unchained. Today I have a very special guest. He's the owner of Passion Unchained, the founder. He traveled to Colombia, just up and left, dropped out of college. Cool fucking dude. Probably have him on a couple times. Give it up for me. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it. But yeah, curious about what it was like for you to drop out of college, what that was like for you, and the experience and the, the process that you went through. Yeah, I dropped out of Rutgers. I was going to Rutgers for computer science, and I was president of a computer science programming club. And I was doing well. It was good grades until the last semester, and last semester I kind of went downhill, but I was getting really discouraged. I started to really hate programming. I started to really dislike it with an intent. And I started wanting to travel the world. So I built up the decision. It took me a while to get the confidence, but with a couple false starts too. But I dropped out, and I traveled to Colombia for a couple months, and then Lithuania and Latvia for another couple months, and U.S. around for like a month or so. So almost a half year I traveled around, and then came here to Austin. I needed to find my own way. That was really important for me. So your parents didn't like it that much? Yeah, my parents hated it. Because they were giving me money on the condition that I was staying at Rutgers and that I would graduate. So the moment that I dropped out, they're like, oh, well, we've been, pumping thousands of dollars into your living expenses so you go to college, and now you're not doing it. So what the fuck, It's like, it's almost like an investor being like, what the fuck, you're not giving me any money. But it's like parents being like, I thought you wanted to be successful, because that's their idea of success, and they didn't, it's a little dated. I think they had their best intentions in mind, but, they wanted me to go to a certain path, and I didn't want to go on that path. So that was very hard for them to accept, and it was hard for me because I'd been relying on their income for a long time. I think a lot of kids have a sudden transition from being on the parents, relying on their parents, to having to do their own thing. I think it's a lot more common than you think. I mean, some people have more of a gradual thing, I guess you could say. For me, no, it was pretty sudden. I think for a lot of people it's sudden, maybe half and half. I don't know. But that was difficult. This will just be a little mini intro. I'm sure our listeners will want to hear about you more. But for now, I'm really curious. What are your plans now? Well, what are you doing now? What are you up to in life? But yeah, I started this 365-day project, doing a YouTube video a day. And decided to just kind of wing it. This is my second video for today. I'm doing 5 today. You probably already know that. And sharing my journey into building a life I enjoy, and sharing lessons I'm learning. A lot of people I've heard tell me, a lot of my friends are like, hey, yo, or viewers and friends and viewers, a lot of them overlap. Yeah, I really think it's important, the stuff that you're saying, I think it's important to help others, find their own path and not do things that they thought they were supposed to do, or follow this guideline that society tells you. And I think a life I enjoy is not that. I don't think there's really a path for that. Forging your own path is hard, but worthy. It's valuable. So, yeah. Cool shit. And where can people find you? You can find me on Passion Unchained. Search YouTube, Passion Unchained. The podcast right now is called The Spot of Joe Show, but I'm going to change that to match the YouTube channel. So either search for The Spot of Joe Show, but in the next day or so, I'll change it to the Passion Unchained Show. I'll just change it to Passion Unchained Podcast. No, Passion Unchained Podcast. You heard it here first, folks. All right, you heard it here, folks. Project Unchained. Subscribe to his channel if you like this content, because we're very similar, him and I. And yeah,